See some patterns when it's dark, huh?
Just look at that. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Ellie Knows Rocks. Today we're in my backyard over by my tile saw. Today's video is going to be all about geodes.
All of the next stuff that we're gonna do, we're gonna talk about cleaning the geodes. We're gonna talk about if they fluoresce underneath UV light at night. And we're gonna talk about displaying geodes and what you can do with them to make them look beautiful after you've cut them.
I want you guys to get the most out of this video as possible. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this adventure. And let's go see what we cut open.
Last week, we opened up a whole bunch of geodes just so that we could see what's inside of them. Now, let's go see how we can clean them up and what else we can do with them now that we see how beautiful they are.
This is what they look like dry. Kind of interesting, right? I wanted to show you guys just the difference of what they can look like polished. Basically, when you get water on any of the geodes, that's what they're gonna look like polished. Those crystals just shine in the sunlight, don't they? Ooh, they're so pretty. All right, now we're gonna take some of these guys that are kind of funky and dirty. I like this one. We're still going to clean that off and expose those crystals so that that's better. This we're going to clean off the inside of this one. And a few others here that just have some kind of funky buildup that will look really good once they're all nice and cleaned. Such an amazing batch of geodes though. All right, we have a bowl. We're gonna put a little bit of water in it, or ceramic bowl. And we are using muriatic acid. You can get this at pool supplies, Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's. Gloves are absolutely mandatory. Now there are some fumes that come off of this. You want to step away or be wearing some form of a mask when you mix it with the water. This one that came off of the inside of this one that we were breaking, that beautiful flower feature right there. See how it's encrusted with stuff? Watch. So this will effervesce. Anything that's a buildup on that is going to be removed. I have this one right here that's got just some buildup in there. Got kind of the top of that guy. This big encrusted batch of stuff right there that we're gonna get off. This is just the top of one of the geodes that we popped open. You can see how it's just kind of funky, but there's a neat botryoidal feature underneath of there. This is one of the ones that broke, but it's got some crusting here. Got some funky stuff on the inside of that one. That line of yellow down at the bottom we're gonna try to get removed. Two, we're going to try to expose those little flower quartz on the top of them a little bit better. Submerge him in just water for just a little bit of time. Watch this. Look at that go. And you can already see they're starting to get cleaned up. Keep in mind that the fumes coming off of this are strong. This needs to be done in a very, very, very well ventilated area. Otherwise you could get a little bit sick. You could possibly get a little bit nauseous. And you don't want that to happen. Look at that. Woo! Sometimes it doesn't take much. Sometimes just a quick dip and that's it. And that's just enough to loosen up or get rid of whatever it is you need to get rid of.
I'm just going to leave them in this tub of water for a little bit just to make sure that all of the acid is off of them. Rinse them clean, dry them off, and then I'll show you guys what they look like.
Here's this beauty all cleaned up. All of that yellow along this side of the quartz is all gone. You can see those crystals beautifully exposed. Some of the color of those crystals in there is amazing. This has to be one of my favorites. Like, this was one of my absolute favorite mistakes, I think, because it is so shiny, and I'm so glad that came out in one piece.
The line of crud inside this one completely went away. That yellow is gone, and you have a beautiful citrine colored crystal inside of this geode. I love finding multiple colored crystals inside of geodes.
This one, this didn't come out as great as I hoped it would. Some of that's really on there, and it wouldn't come off any more than that. The top of that one got cleaned up, and just some of the inner portions. The tops of these two with the flowers, much better, way easier to see now. So much prettier. Got rid of some of the gunk inside of this one. There's still a lot of iron staining, and there's not much you can do about that except soak it in iron out. I don't really like using that stuff if I don't have to. This one cleaned up really nice. That whole line was yellow, and now you can totally see the crystals, and it's way more clear. If you're new to my channel and you like what I'm doing, please subscribe. It's the #1 way that you can help your favorite creator for free. Also, any of the monies that I'm getting from my next couple of YouTube videos, it is going to build an actual shed for my rocks. I have been out in the sunshine, and you can see like I've kind of poor lighting underneath of my literal lean-to that's out here in my backyard, but it does the job for the moment. But I need somewhere where I can protect what I've got. The things that are in plastic totes, just your hardware in general. The Arizona sun and the heat is brutal on it. So I have actually cleared out an area, and I'm hoping to build a shed before summer comes. Fingers crossed, and hopefully Dan can help me figure that out. Although Dan is not good at any kind of woodwork. Don't tell him I said that. It's just between us, but oh my gosh. That man has to at least measure 4 times to cut once, and usually that doesn't even work out. He's really good at welding and metal, that kind of stuff. But as far as anything wooden goes, oh man. Maybe I can get a prefab shed. At least then I would have something that could pop up easily. Otherwise, we're gonna be going through a lot of 2x4s. I just know it. But thank you guys so much for subscribing, liking, commenting, doing all of the things. You're awesome. One thing that you guys always ask me is to shine things underneath of a black light. So tonight we're going to shine all of these geodes under a black light. So let's check it out. A little bit twilight outside. That's our beautiful Arizona sunset we have going on. And let's just preliminarily see what they look like. Oh, we've got some glowers. Bright, bright green chalcedony. Look at the bands. Whoa. Oh, completely bright green. Oh, you can see that one's two-tone. A little bit of green, a little bit more. The purple and green, that's cool. Oh, okay, so you can see, look at this one. See how filthy that is right there? All of that crud on there, we're gonna get rid of that crud by cleaning this one, but look at the inside, how it's purple and green, purple and green. That is fantastic. Bright green, oh man, bright green. Oh, our little heart is so cute. Those hearts, look at that. Ah! Oh, I'm freaking out. This is so cool. These are great. This is because of your guys' suggestions about having me use a black light on the minerals. So if you guys have more suggestions, let me know, and just leave them in the comments, because I take those suggestions, believe me. This is so exciting. Wait a minute. That's phosphorescent. Watch. Okay, we're gonna charge this. And what I mean by phosphorescent is when I remove the black light, it will stay glowing for a little bit. That is so cool. Okay, so this time I'm gonna leave the light on. I'm gonna turn the light off so you can see what I mean. I won't just pull it away. See how it just fades? Wow. I bet all of it does. Let's try that. And this is just the caliche, which means there's something in the caliche or the calcium buildup on these that is phosphorescent. Holy crap, that's neat. We're gonna come out a little bit later and shine the light here and see it really glow later at night.
Here's what they look like when it's really dark outside. Whoa, you really see some patterns when it's dark, huh? Wow, some of them are just really cool. Purple. See this one right here. This one is also phosphorescent. So we're gonna leave this on here for a second, then I'm just gonna turn the light out and it should still glow. It'll charge up real good. That is awesome. I'm gonna do this one. This is one from earlier. Like the colors on that are stunning, aren't they? Dark purple and green. But the caliche calcite on it, it could be calcite, could be fluorite. I doubt that it's willemite, but those are things that can naturally phosphoresce. All right, it's charged. Let's check it out. That is phenomenal. We're gonna take this and we're going to see what it looks like after taking it across a couple wheels of the polisher.
This is pretty simple. I'm using a Diamond Tech Slant Flat Lap, and I'm starting out with an 80 grit just to polish off any of the rough edges. Then I step it up to the 220, and I do a lot of passes on this because if there are any scratches left over after this stage, it will develop into the next stage of polishing. Then after this step, I take it to the 400. And also doing a fair amount of passes along this as well. I always clean the wheel before I continue doing anything just to get rid of any grit that's on it. Any grit on the wheel can leave scratches at this stage.
You see how rough and grainy that is? And then this one now, it's been put through 3 of the different wheels on the polisher. You can see that nice glossy finish that it's getting. You can really see how different they look. But that's how beautiful they can start to look once they're polished, and that's what you want to do with a geode after you cut it open and you figure out if you like it. So you generally want to polish it up so you can really see those beautiful bands, or just even the rhyolite on the outside, because it's so silica rich, it polishes up beautiful too. I am going to be displaying it on my little shelf right here. As you can see, I'm running out of room, but it catches the light from my rock stand light here, or my rock case. As you can see how pretty it is, of course we can pick it up and like look at it, but I usually put everything on a stand just because it ends up looking a lot better. And you can move it around the house or do whatever you want to with it. Just display it somewhere because they're beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching this crazy geode opening video. I hope that you learned something from it. I hope you learned how to open geodes, kind of what you could expect inside of a geode, how to clean them, how to care for them a little bit, and then, you know, how to display them once you're finished. I mean, that's totally up to you. Any of it is. But I hope that you learned something. I hope you go out and find your own geodes. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.